Hey guys, this is Mrs. Tran-Bloom. We are going to continue with example 4, which is probably the easiest example out of all of 6.1. Okay, so the direction said convert each angle to a decimal in degrees. Round your answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, so we have 40 degrees, 12 minutes and 5 seconds. Now this looks like feet and inches, but it's not really the case. So in trigonometric, this is actually a unit of measurement in degrees. It's measuring like a latitude or a longitude. So this is red. This is still a degree, but the one take mark, it's actually red feet. I'm sorry, not feet. Do not say feet. I'm sorry, minutes. Okay, so the one tick mark is your minutes, and this is 5 seconds. Okay, I know it looks really weird because we've never seen this unit of measurement before. Now, why did they use this? They use this because this is for navigation. So if you have an airplane or if you're on a boat, this is sort of the measurement for that sort of thing. Now, back in the days, they had a base of 60. You know how like in America we have different bases, but the rest of the world they kind of use base 10. So for example, feet feet and not feet. I'm sorry, millimeters and meters and all of those things are base 10. Now this is a base of 60, and here's why. You have one, and this is really important, so make sure you write this down. 1 degree equals to 60, one tick mark, which is red, minutes. Okay. And then 1 minute equals to 60, two tick marks, which is red, seconds. Okay. So this is a base of 60. So for example, there's 60 minutes in an hour. For example, there's the reason why we have 160, it used to be 160 days a year, but now that we know there's leap year sometimes, so it's 165. So back in the days, they came up with a base of 60. Now, since we've never seen this before, I Google what angle, longitude angle, I'm sorry, not longitude, latitude angle Huntington Beach is. And Huntington Beach is at 33.6928. Okay, so 32.6928. Let me just pull that up. So Huntington Beach is 39.628 degrees. Okay, so this is a latitude angle for Huntington Beach. And then in a little bit, maybe we can convert it out to DMS, which is degrees, minutes, and second. But right now, we're going to table this. So the conversion is 1 degree equals 60 minutes, 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So this is sort of normal. Now the direction says, hey, I want you to take this DMS, degrees, minutes, and second, and convert it all in degrees only. So my answer is going to be, right now, I already have 40 degrees, okay, which I don't need to convert degrees to degree. It's is as it is. But I'm going to take my 12 minutes and I'm going to multiply. Okay, I'm going to multiply to, remember, I'm converting it to degrees. So I know 12 minutes is definitely less than 1 degree because 1 degree is 60 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 60 minutes because I do need to get rid of this minute symbol. I'm going to make this into a fraction. So they have to be opposite sides. So 60 minutes equals 1 degree. So now you definitely need to use a calculator. Okay, so take out your calculator, turn it on. 12 divided by 60 equals 0.2. So we're going to add 0.2 of a degree in there. Okay, so this comes out to be 0.2 of a degree. We'll box this up on this side. So that's how you convert your 12 minutes into degrees. Now we're going to convert your 5 seconds. Okay, so 5 seconds. I'm going to make 5 seconds into a fraction. And I need to go all the way to degrees, but before I can go to degrees, I can convert it to minutes first. So 60 seconds equals 1 minute. Okay, one tick mark. So right now, these two symbols, they are going to cancel each other out. So now I have this right here in minutes. But I don't need it in minutes. I need it in degrees. So I'm going to convert 60 minutes is 1 degree. So these two symbols, okay, will cancel each other out because they're on opposite sides. So now I'm just going to multiply. 5 times 1 times 1 is going to be 5 all over. 60 times 60 is going to be 3600. And also you can always just go and multiply 1 over 3600 right away to convert from minutes, from second, I'm sorry, into degrees. So I'm going to take my calculator. You do need a calculator, by the way. You can't really do this without a calculator. So I have, and you have to write all the decimals out, okay? So 0.00138, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 eighths, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 9 at the end. So this is what I have when converting 5 seconds to degrees. I'm just going to add it up over here, 0.00138888889, okay, and then let's see what that all equals up to. And your final answer's got to be in degrees, and this is currently in degrees. Alright, so I'm going to take what I have here, add it to 0.02, add it to 40. I'm going to end up with 40 point, let's round it to 4 decimal places. I think I read, okay, this one says 2 and this one says 4. Let's go with 4. Can you cross that out and just write 4? It sort of have to be the same, right? Alright, so we're going to do 4 decimal places. Alright, so we got 40.2014 degrees, and this is my final solution. Box it up, okay? And so that's how we go from DMS, degrees, minutes, seconds, to full degrees. And I know my answer has to be about 40 point something because this is not quite a full degree yet, right? Now let's go backwards. So they gave you 78.562, just like what we found for Huntington Beach when I Google where Huntington Beach is. So 78.562 degrees I would like to convert in DMS. So D, degrees, M, A, and S. Okay, let's sort of fill that out over here. This is where we're going to put my answer, so let's box that up. The full unit is 78, so you don't have to do anything with 78 degrees. 78 degrees is going to bring it over. What I'm going to need to do is convert 0.562 degrees into minutes. Okay, so this is currently degrees. I'm going to make that into a fraction. So 0.562. Let me just make it a little bit. There you go. So I need to get rid of the bubble. Okay, so my bubble is going to have to be on the bottom. One bubble, 1 degree, equals to 60 minutes. So I'm going to take my calculator and clear that out. 0.562 times 60. Currently I have 33.72. 33.72. And what I need you guys to do is always write out all the decimals. You can't round until the very, very end with anything that you do in calculation. So currently this comes out to be 33. That's your whole number. You take your whole number and you put it here. Okay? 33 minutes. So now I still have a 0.72 of a minute left. So this is going to go 0.72 of a minute. And I need to convert that out to seconds because I need it in seconds. Well, again, make that into a fraction. I need to get rid of my minutes. So 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So let's erase. 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So these two tick marks right here, one tick mark on the top, one tick mark on the bottom. This is a 1 minute, by the way. We'll cancel each other out. So now I'm going to take my calculator. Okay, remember I'm only going to take this decimal, 0.72 times 60 equals 43.2. 43.2. This is now in seconds. And the direction says round the answer to the nearest whole second. Okay, so I'm just going to write, this is a 2, so I'm going to continue with a 43. So that's how I end up with 43. Okay. Alright, so now that's all done. And again, if you didn't understand that, please just listen to it again. Now we're going to fill out our table of conversion, okay, which you're going to need to memorize. Your degrees. We're going to start with 0 degree, 30 degrees, I'm sorry, not 60, I want 45 degrees, okay, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and then 90 degrees. This is your quadrant number 1. Okay, that's your first quadrant. Now, if you are going to go to second quadrant, I'm just going to add 20 more, I mean, not 20, 30 degrees more to 90. That's 100 and 120. Okay. Add 15 more degrees to that, so it's 135. 135 is a multiple of 45. Add 15 more to that, so that's going to be 150. Add 30 more to that, so it's 180. This takes you to second quadrant, or a half revolution. The next one I'm going to do is 210. Add 15 more, so 225. That's a multiple of 45. Anything that ends with 5 is going to be a multiple of 45. Add 15 more, so 100 and, let's see, 40. Oops, 240 I meant. Right, so that's a multiple of 60 if you want to think like that. And then I'm going to add 30 more at 270. So this is third quadrant, okay? Look at the next one we're going to do is 300 degrees at 30. And add 15, so 315, you know that is a multiple of 45 degrees. Add another 15, so 330. And then add another 30, so 360 degrees. So this is where we have, okay, so this is a full circle, okay? So so after this, we're going to fill out the unit circle. So radians, okay, from this point on, you're going to need to know how to convert all of these in radians, and very quickly too. So this is why it says memorize. Radiant, 0 degree is going to be 0 radiant. And radians, I don't need to write the word radiant or rad, because if there's no bubble symbol on it, by default, it's just going to be radiant. 30 degrees is going to be pi over 6 radiant. 45 degrees is going to be pi over 4. 60 degrees is going to be pi over 6. 90 degrees is going to be pi over 2. And I'm not going to fill all of this out. I'm going to have you do some of these, okay? Now, here's the trick of how to fill these out. Notice this is 120 degrees. Well, 120 degrees, you can think it multiple ways. You can think of it as twice 60 or 4 times of 30, right? So either way, if you do twice of 60, that's 2 pi over 6. And if I do 2 pi over 6, you can, because it's, oh, I'm sorry, this is 2 pi over 3. This is a pi over 3. Can you erase that? That was awful. Okay. So twice of 60, 2 pi over 3, so that's going to be just 2 pi over 3. Or if you think of it of 4 times 30 degrees, so 4 pi over 6 reduces also down to 2 pi over 3. Similarly to 135. 135 can only be multiples of 45. So that's going to be 3 times 45. So if you look at the calculator, 135 divided by 45. And I'm sorry for my voice, I'm kind of sick. So it's 3 times 45. So that's just going to be simply 3 pi over 4. And you need to have you need to have this correct. Otherwise, you're going to be memorizing the wrong table, and you're going to get every single value wrong during second semester. And this is really important. This is like one of the most important tables. All right, so I'm going to fill up the last one with you, 360. I'm going to have it at 2 pi. And then 180, I'm going to have it at pi. And 270 is 3 pi over 2. So your job is to fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blank spaces, okay? And then when I check these, all of this has to be completed. This is the end of our note today. Have a wonderful day.